that you're going to fight and use a specific hose layout, attack tactics and things like that, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do the evolution is we're taking an 1 3/4 hand line up to the 2nd story of a residential fire, and we're going to put the fire out and then do some hydraulic ventilation. What I'm going to do right here is I'm going to break it down into the 3 jobs that you guys are going to do. We have a pump operator, we have a backup guy, we have a tip guy. I'm going to go through them one by one, and we'll talk about what each of them does, and then we'll put it all together into the evolution. So, pump operator. Very first thing he's going to do, we're going to simulate that you have driven up here already. So what the pump operator does, puts the engine in neutral, puts his foot on the brake. Okay, then you have to switch it into pumps. So Lieutenant Corrigan says this a lot of times. We'll reiterate it throughout the class. As far as pumps go, drive in 5, pump in 4. So you have to look on the indicator for the transmission to make sure that you're either in neutral or drive or in pumps. So when you're driving around normally, it's going to say 5. When you're neutral, it's going to have an N. When you shift it into pumps and engage the pumps, it's going to go into 4. So I'm sitting here in the seat, foot on the brake, I pull up, I put it in neutral, so you're going to have an N on there. The actuator switch is right here to actuate the pumps. There's a little thumb latch right here. You have to push that down, pull that out all the way. You'll see this green light come on. That means that the pump has been actuated. Go to the transmission, and you're going to put it in drive. The display will change to 4, and this second light will come on. That means you are okay to pump. Your pumps are engaged, and you are okay to pump. All right, driver gets out. You're going to come to the pump panel. You got to look for this light where it says throttle ready. If that's not green, that means you are not in pumps. Okay, if it's in green, you are good to pump. So, first thing we're going to do, we made this fireman proof so that we can remember it. We have 2 handles that are marked with yellow tape. Tank to pump, you're going to pull that all the way out. What that does is it takes your booster tank, drops it into the pump so you have water. You want to make sure you have a water supply so that when they do the attack, you have to hook up the hose line to the hydrant. So while you're doing that, they have a water supply. You're going to take your passenger side rear discharge, pull that all the way out. Okay, these 2 are out. Once that is like that, you're going to go ahead and throttle up. In order to throttle up, you have to twist to the left and pull out. So I'm twisting and pulling, twisting and pulling, twisting and pulling. You will hear the pump throttle up. You're going to watch this gauge. You want to take that up to 125 psi. That's our normal pump pressure. Okay. When you connect to the hydrant and you get the hydrant pressure, that's going to actually increase, so you'll have to come and throttle that back down a little bit after you're all done. Once that comes here, he's going to grab one section of 4-inch supply line and the hydrant wrench. For these evolutions, we are going to have a secondary backup man. So we've got the pump operator, the tip guy, and the backup guy in the cab. For this evolution, we're going to have a secondary backup guy who's going to help the pump operator connect to the hydrant and get the supply line going. So, pump operator and the secondary backup guy are going to grab one 50-foot section of 4-inch hose line. Just for sake of logistics, we're going to have you drag it around that way because the tack line is going to be over here. Pull off 50 foot, we're going to break the line at 50 foot. So one coupling, you're going to uncouple it. Grab the hydrant wrench and the supply line, you're going to drag it over to the hydrant. Come over this way.